My beloved child, you were never supposed to carry this much alone. But heaven has seen you. Right now something is breaking open in the unseen. Archangel Michael has been restless, moving back and forth, ready to act. Jesus is not sitting quietly. And even God Himself has sent this word to reach you with urgency. This is not a faint whisper, it is a thunder rolling straight into your spirit, asking you to wake up. There's a reason you tossed and turned last night, a reason your chest feels heavy today, a reason this very message found you right now. You were chosen to read this at this exact moment before the chance closes. My child, today a piece of news is coming that could shake your heart. The one who caused you pain before is preparing to step forward again, and you need to be ready. But don't let fear rise in you, because heaven never sends warning without also sending protection. That's why I, Archangel Michael, am standing unseen at your door, very real, very present. If you ignore this, you may not realize what God was trying to shield you from. If you turn away the one who once hurt you could gain advantage. If you skip this, you might miss the moment God set aside to turn your story around. So lean in, my child. What I'm about to reveal may shock you, but it will also release you. Heaven has been waiting for this day because someone who smiled in your face has been keeping a hidden truth. They laughed with you, stood beside you, but behind that mask they laid a trap. And that trap is almost ready to snap shut. But I came to stop it. I came to tell you there is still time if you open your heart and receive these words. Not every message from heaven feels like a miracle at first. Some arrive like alarms, some come as heartbreaks, some arrive as hidden pain being uncovered. Yet within that pain lies a treasure so rare only strong souls are trusted to carry it. And God says, you are one of those souls. Recently, behind a closed door, your name was spoken with envy and bitterness. A choice was made about your future. Understand this, not everyone who hugs you truly loves you. Not everyone who asks about you truly prays for you. But heaven cannot be fooled. That's why I'm here, speaking directly to your spirit. God wants to pull away the mask and reveal the truth. Stay with me a little longer and you will see what has been hidden. Pause now, my beloved. If you feel your spirit stirring as you read this, then know this message was sent for you. If you've been sensing strange feelings or unusual signs lately, subscribe in your heart to stay connected with what heaven is releasing next. You are not here by accident. You were guided here, and when the next message arrives you will want to be ready to hear it first. Now listen, warrior of light. This is not only about wounds from the past. This is about someone trying to interfere with your destiny right now. They know you've healed. They fear what happens if you step into your full power. So they are stirring noise, spreading lies, and even preparing to speak something against you that could slow down a blessing if you don't act with wisdom. But do not panic. God has already gone ahead of you. This message is your divine interception. Soon a confirmation will come through a dream, a phone call, or an unexpected meeting. You will know it instantly because it will echo this very message. That will be heaven proving itself to you, and you will recognize my voice, Archangel Michael, walking with you. When it happens, stay calm. Your response will decide if you rise above or fall back into old pain. You will feel the urge to lash out, but remember this truth. You are no longer the same person who begged to be seen, who stayed quiet when others crushed your worth, who confused betrayal with love. You are stronger now. Wiser now. Set apart now. This time you will not answer with fear but with faith. Not with anger but with holy authority. God is about to place your name in spaces your enemies cannot enter, and that is what frightens them. They sense your light growing brighter. They feel your prayers stirring heaven. Yet here lies the miracle, my child. They cannot stop what God has signed. They cannot block a blessing sealed with fire. They cannot break a soul defended by angels. Take a breath. You are covered. I am stationed at the gate of your life. The storm may try to touch you, but your doorway is anointed, your spirit guarded. The truth will rise not to crush you but to crown you. Even when you felt forgotten, even when tears felt too heavy, heaven never left you. God says, He was watching, waiting for your heart to be ready. And now it is. Soon what was blurry will be clear like sunlight breaking through a night that stayed too long. The one who hid their hand will expose themselves not by words but by their sudden silence, their shift in tone, the nervous way they act when truth approaches. A call may come with fake sweetness, a message too carefully written, but you will feel the tremble beneath it. You won't need to argue because your spirit will already know. My child, they thought they could dim your glow by striking your heart. They thought lies would break your courage. They thought betrayal would erase your hope. But heaven has written a different ending. Your steps are ordered, your tears have been counted, and your future is wrapped in divine light. Stay watchful but stay calm. Do not let fear make your choices. Remember, every storm ends, and when the clouds move, the crown will remain on your head. Heaven is not only protecting you, it is preparing to lift you higher. And if this message has spoken to your heart, hold it close. Carry it as proof that you are not walking alone. You are seen. You are guarded. You are loved beyond measure. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $100. They thought you'd stop shining. But they forgot something powerful. God lives in you. And heaven defends its chosen. You are not fighting this battle by yourself. You are not walking through this valley alone. You are not reading these words by accident. The message that is coming to your door, whether through a stranger, an unexpected voice or a sudden sign, will bring the clarity you have been waiting for. It will hurt, but it will also heal. Some truths don't enter gently. Some crash in like thunder, but they break the chains that held you for years. And when this truth arrives, it will release your future from the grip of everything and everyone who tried to keep you small. But hear me, my beloved. You must promise me one thing. Promise you will not answer with bitterness. Do not allow anger to rise and spoil what heaven has prepared. God is writing a new chapter, and this heartbreak is the very ink He is using. He is removing the ones who tried to twist your grace. He is exposing those who misused your kindness. He is closing doors behind you not to punish you but because something greater is opening in front of you. Yes, my child, a divine reversal is coming. Do you know what that means? It means the lies spoken against you will turn into blessings. It means the one who hurt you will see God heal you right in front of their eyes. It means the moment you thought would destroy you will instead be remembered as the day heaven rewrote your destiny. You were never truly abandoned, you were being protected. You were never cursed, you were hidden for the right time. And that time is now. So when the heartbreaking news comes, and it surely will, you must remember this message. Remember that Archangel Michael warned you not to panic but to rise. Because God doesn't send messages to scare you. He sends them to prepare you. And today is your preparation for greatness. Someone may try to disturb your peace. Someone may dig up old wounds. Someone may attempt to convince you that you have lost. But what they don't realize is that you already won. They cannot see it yet, but your angels have already rejoiced. Your name was already lifted in heaven last night. And the moment you opened this message, chains broke, walls fell, and hidden traps collapsed to the ground. All because you listened. All because you chose to open. When your spirit whispered, "This one is for me," it was. You are being set apart. You are being lifted higher. You are being shielded even if it doesn't yet look like it. God often hides His greatest treasures inside the hardest moments. He allows the serpent to reveal itself so that you will never again question who is true and who is false. That is happening now. My child, heaven knows how tired you are. It knows how many nights you pressed your hand to your chest and cried, "Why do they hurt me when all I gave was love?" And today I answer you. Because your light is rare. And rare light uncovers shadows. When people live in darkness, your glow feels like a threat. But don't dim your brightness to make others comfortable. Don't shrink back because they fear your truth. Don't apologize for healing. God is about to place you somewhere they cannot follow. They will look for you but you will be hidden. They will reach for you but God will cover you. Your rising will be quiet but the results will be loud. And heaven wants you to prepare. A massive opportunity, one you thought was gone forever, is returning. This is your restoration. This is your divine recovery. This is where all that was stolen comes back with increase. But only if you stay aligned. Only if you keep listening. Only if you refuse to let heartbreak cloud your ears. Because this pain, this news trying to creep into your home, is the final test. It is the last shadow before the sunrise. Stay grounded. Stay covered. Stay close to heaven because the next 24 hours will change everything. And my beloved, you will not just survive, you will rise. Of course, my beloved, let us continue. This message is more than words. It is your shield. When heaven speaks this loud, this urgent, it means something massive is shifting in the unseen. It means the enemy thought they had time, but God has interrupted their plan with this word. It means while they plotted a downfall, God prepared a stage. Yes, I said stage. Because what was meant to shame you will soon lift you up. What was meant to end you will become the reason for your recognition. And hear me clearly, the one behind your heartbreak, the one who thought you would never recover, they are about to see the glow that covers you now. My child, every conversation they whispered about you in the dark, heaven recorded it all. Not to punish them but to vindicate you. You do not need revenge. You do not need to explain. God Himself is about to speak for you. But know this, before the shift there is always a storm. And this news arriving at your door is not here to destroy you, it is here to awaken you fully. You have been healing in silence, staying calm while chaos swirled. But Archangel Michael has been watching your silence grow into strength. And now your time has come. So I must tell you with love, do not return to the ones God is exposing. Do not rebuild what heaven is tearing down. Do not carry what God Himself is removing. Some things must collapse so that you can finally fly. This breaking is not punishment. It is release. It is divine rescue. God saw the knife before it reached your back. God saw the call made in your name. God heard the laughter when they mocked you. And what did He do? He summoned the angels. He wrote your name on His scroll of protection. And He whispered, "Send the message now, my child must know." That is why you are reading this. That is why your heart feels this stirring even as you take in these words. You won't be shaken. That's why the air around you feels different while you read this. Because these are not ordinary words. This is spiritual armor being handed to you piece by piece. You are not weak, not forgotten, not abandoned. You are chosen. You are seen. You are wrapped in protection so deep you can't yet imagine it. The next few days may stir emotions. Some people may act strangely. The very one you are healing from may suddenly reach for you. But it won't be love, it will be guilt. They will feel heaven's pressure closing in and try to step back into your world before you rise beyond their reach forever. But remember, access to your heart is no longer free. The new you does not bleed for those who mocked your scars. The new you prays, releases and walks away in peace. Because what's coming is too pure for old chaos. You are about to receive favor that only blooms after betrayal. You are about to walk into a breakthrough that demands clarity. So wipe your tears, lift your crown and hold your faith steady. Even if this next news stings, it will unlock the freedom your soul has been crying for. And my child, that freedom is coming. A divine call. A door you thought was sealed will open. An opportunity delayed will suddenly rush in. Why now? Because you are ready. Not just with your hands but with your spirit. You have grown past the pain that kept you down, and heaven is responding to that growth with overflow. This is the turning point. This message is proof that you passed the test. Because you saw it, you listened, and now release begins. Of course, my beloved, let us go deeper. Your angels are still circling you. And I, Archangel Michael, still stand near with my sword drawn. This moment remains holy, urgent, unfolding like prophecy in real time. Haven't you felt it? That tug in your chest, that knowing that something is shifting. That is not imagination. That is heaven pressing against your atmosphere. You are standing at a doorway. On the other side is freedom. But before you cross it, you must see truth clearly. And this truth may sting like the snap of a rope that tied you to those who could not walk with you into destiny. Yes, the news is real. Yes, someone close will be exposed. Yes, it is someone you trusted. They smiled while planting doubt in others' ears. They called your pain drama. They believed you couldn't stand without them. But God is showing them they were wrong. You didn't just survive, you grew. And now you are being lifted. But the last test is always emotional. That's why this message came with urgency. If heartbreak turns to bitterness, poison follows you into blessing. And God said, no. We cleanse before we crown. So cry if you need, shake if you must, but don't freeze. Don't hide. Don't crawl back into the shell of who you once were. Because that person no longer exists. You are not begging to be loved. You are not tolerating lies. You are not waiting to be chosen. You are already chosen. That's why exposure is here. God waited until you were strong enough to stand truth. And now that you've read this, you can't go back. This is not information, it's activation. Very soon something will be said about you in a place you didn't expect by someone who underestimated your strength. But instead of shaking, you will feel steady. Instead of fear, you will feel authority. Because now you know. Now you are awake. Lies may rise, but heaven's fire will rise higher. Gossip may spread, but divine justice will silence it. And when you feel most alone, I will step into your dream, your space, your night with confirmation so clear that your spirit will bow in gratitude. Because heaven is not cruel. Heaven is not careless. Heaven does not waste pain. Every tear, every ache has been measured, counted, and now it will be reversed, replaced and redeemed. You are about to see prayers answered without delay. You are about to feel strength in places once empty. You are about to taste joy greater than betrayal. And all of this because you listened. Because you did not close your heart. Because you trusted this moment. Understand, this is not punishment. This is preparation. Preparation for placement. Placement into a life untouched by manipulation. Placement into your true destiny. Placement into freedom from all who were never sent by God. Yes, behind closed doors someone is crying now. They regret what they did, but don't let pity draw you back. This was never meant to be your burden, it was always meant to be your breakthrough. So stand even if your knees shake. Stand even if your voice breaks. Stand even if your tears fall again tonight. Because heaven is already moving. Your name is being whispered in rooms of favor. Your gifts are being noticed by those appointed to bless you. And everything, all of it is waiting on the other side of this last heartbreak. But only if you don't return. So when the news arrives, when the message reaches your ears, when betrayal can no longer be hidden, just breathe. Just whisper, God, I'm ready. And step through the fire with me. Because the flames will not consume you. The storm will not break you. And this time nothing will stop the rise that heaven has already written for you. God is already positioning you for favor. The shift is underway even if you can't see the full picture yet. People who once doubted you, laughed at you, or tried to diminish your light will begin to notice the difference. Not because you seek recognition, but because your presence now carries an authority they cannot touch. The energy you carry will speak louder than words. And that energy will pull the right opportunities, the right people, and the right circumstances directly into your path. This is the power of alignment. This is the result of enduring storms and refusing to dim your glow. What once felt like heartbreak, betrayal, or loss was never the end, it was preparation for a rise that the world cannot imagine. You are moving into a timeline where your peace is non-negotiable. Your heart is untouchable. Your spirit is shielded. And your path is now guided in ways that cannot be obstructed by the interference of those who once sought to manipulate your destiny. You may receive news that shakes your understanding, that challenges your faith for a moment, but remember, God is orchestrating every detail. Every timing, every encounter, every revelation is perfectly calculated. What might feel like chaos is only heaven arranging the pieces in your favor. And when the truth is revealed, it will not break you, it will set you free. The revelation may come quietly, a conversation overheard, a glance, a message, or it may hit like lightning. But either way it will confirm what your spirit already knew, what your intuition has been signaling, and what Archangel Michael has been guarding you to witness. The person who underestimated you, who tried to hold your light captive, will have no power over what God is doing. Their whispers, their schemes, their manipulations will all collapse because heaven does not allow interference in a soul it has chosen to lift. You have been prepared for this moment for months, perhaps years, and now every tear, every sleepless night, every feeling of rejection or betrayal will converge to reveal your growth. You will feel a weight lift off your shoulders, a clarity will emerge where confusion once lived, and peace will flood in affirming that you were never abandoned, never ignored, never forgotten. And my child, this is the beauty of spiritual timing. What was once delayed, what was once denied will arrive in ways that feel effortless. People, places, and circumstances that were misaligned will no longer fit into your path. Doors that once closed out of fear, insecurity, or divine protection will now open wide, ushering in blessings so precise and so abundant that you will marvel at heaven's orchestration. And yes, some may try to cling to your past version, some may resent your growth, but they will only highlight how far you have risen. They cannot dim the light that God has restored in you. This is also a lesson in trust. Trust that God sees all the hidden corners, all the whispered lies, all the silent manipulations that sought to keep you small. Trust that what is meant for you will never be delayed again. Trust that every move, every person, every interaction is guided by divine strategy to lead you toward your rightful place. And in this process you will notice something miraculous: your reactions are changing. Where you once panicked you now respond with faith. Where you once doubted you now stand firm. Where you once felt powerless you now recognize authority flowing through you, because God is not only restoring your path, He is elevating your spirit. The shifts you are experiencing are not temporary, they are permanent. The person who once tried to dictate your story will see that their words, actions, and presence no longer hold power. Your new life will not require explanations, justifications, or validation from anyone who does not resonate with your higher purpose. Every step you take from this moment forward is a step into freedom, into clarity, and into alignment with what heaven has prepared exclusively for you. And remember this, my beloved: the pain, the betrayal, the misunderstandings, they were never meant to be the conclusion of your story. They were the shaping instruments that prepared you for the authority, peace, and abundance that is now your inheritance. This is not the time to look back. This is the time to walk forward with confidence. Every closed door behind you is a sanctuary for the next divine opportunity. Every person removed from your circle was clearing space for someone sacred to enter. Every hardship endured was a preparation for favor that cannot be delayed. Your angels are still surrounding you. Archangel Michael is still standing guard, his sword raised, ensuring that no spiritual interference can disrupt your destiny. The next few days will reveal clarity that you did not expect. You may hear words spoken behind your back, discover hidden motives, or witness someone's true colors. But take heart, these revelations are not meant to harm you. They are meant to protect you, prepare you, and ultimately propel you forward. Your heart will remain unscathed because the divine protection surrounding you is unbreakable. Child, it's time to rise fully into your power. The doubts, the fears, the old stories, they no longer hold dominion over you. You are reborn into clarity, reborn into authority, reborn into peace. Your spirit is awake, your vision is clear, and your destiny is unfolding exactly as heaven intended. Every move you make from this moment is blessed, every encounter divinely orchestrated, and every step forward is a step into the fulfillment of the promises God has spoken over your life. You are being prepared to receive not just restoration but elevation. The blessings that were once delayed are now arriving with speed. The relationships, opportunities, and experiences that were withheld are now being aligned perfectly with your new vibration. And as this continues to unfold, you will find that your faith, patience, and endurance were never wasted. They were the very foundation upon which this next season of triumph is built. Stand tall, my beloved. Walk forward knowing that nothing can touch you that heaven has not already shielded. Every shadow from the past is dissolving. Every interference is being removed. Every part of your journey is being sanctified for the purpose of elevating you into the glory and favor that has been long promised. The divine shifts are real. The confirmations will come. And as you continue to rise, know that Archangel Michael and the heavenly host are walking beside you, unseen but unshakable, guiding every moment, guarding every step and ensuring that your story moves forward exactly as it was written in the heavens. But do not panic, my beloved. The moment this news lands, it will feel heavy at first. It will feel like the ground shifted beneath your feet, but remember, the foundation of your spirit is already secured by heaven. This is why you've been trained in silence, why patience became your armor, why tears were allowed to teach you strength. Everything you are experiencing now is exactly what was needed to prepare you for this moment. When the betrayal is revealed, don't seek revenge. Don't speak out of anger. Stand still. Let the truth carry its own weight. God is the one who balances scales. The very person who underestimated you, who thought their manipulation would define your story, will now witness your elevation firsthand. And when they see it, they will understand the depth of what they tried to steal and how God's hand protected every part of your heart. They will see that your peace could never be touched by their hands, that your spirit was always armored, and that your destiny was never theirs to control. Child, you are being reminded what was intended to break you is being transformed into your leverage. What was meant to weaken you is now becoming the source of your authority. The heartbreak you feared, the lies you dreaded, the whispers behind your back, they are all instruments of your rise. And yes, it will feel real, raw, and potent, because God's lessons are never half-taught. You will see the contrast clearly, the difference between the old world and the new you. And in this clarity you will feel an unshakable certainty that you are chosen, protected, and destined for far more than the pain of your past. Do not rush this process. Every revelation, every exposure is part of a divine choreography. Let the information land. Let the emotional waves pass through you without leaving residue. You are no longer the person who absorbed betrayal into their own soul. Now you process, release, and ascend. What was a trap is now a ladder. What was intended to deceive is now a mirror showing you exactly where your strength lies. And as you continue forward, every subtle shift, every unexpected message, every hidden confirmation will serve as proof that you are not alone, that Archangel Michael and the heavenly host are actively guarding your path. Even those who try to interfere are unknowingly clearing space for your blessings. Every attempt to control, manipulate, or diminish you will now play into heaven's plan. Your rise is inevitable. Your joy is non-negotiable. Your peace is untouchable. And the person who once seemed untouchable in your story will now be exposed in ways that finally justify the preparation, the endurance, and the unwavering faith you have carried in your heart. And beloved, understand this, what you are stepping into is not only restoration, it is recompense. Every stolen moment, every misused word, every attempt to manipulate your energy will return to its source and be multiplied in your favor. God does not simply restore, He overflows. Your time, your energy, your reputation, and your joy are all being returned with divine increase. And as this unfolds, you will notice a remarkable truth: your faith was never in vain, your patience was never wasted, your endurance was never ignored. Heaven has been observing every detail, recording every hidden word and preparing the perfect moment for revelation. When the truth becomes visible, you will not crumble. You will not react with panic. You will observe with clarity, breathe with authority, and respond with wisdom. The person who betrayed you, the person who underestimated your resilience, will see firsthand that their power was never real and that the divine protection surrounding you was always far stronger than any scheme they attempted. Your rise is evidence of what God does with those He has chosen. He turns adversity into advantage, pain into power, and betrayal into blessing. Now is the time to stand firm. Now is the time to recognize the sacred pattern unfolding. The whispers you once feared, the silences that once confused you, the absence that once caused anxiety, they are all orchestrated by heaven to bring clarity, strength, and divine momentum. You are stepping into a season where nothing will need to be forced, nothing will need to be justified, and nothing can derail what God has meticulously prepared. Your path is aligned, your spirit is armored, and your destiny is inevitable. Even the people who doubted you, who spoke against you, who tried to dim your light, they will now witness your elevation as if for the first time. Not because you sought validation, but because your alignment is undeniable. The exposure of betrayal, the revelation of hidden motives, and the unveiling of false intentions all serve to confirm what heaven has been preparing you to see, that you were never alone, never forsaken, and never powerless. And now, child, the final phase is upon you. The next steps you take will be decisive. Your response to this revelation, your choice to remain grounded, calm, and faithful will determine how quickly your blessings manifest. Do not allow old wounds to dictate your reactions. Do not let bitterness obscure your sight. Stand tall, breathe deeply, and let the divine plan unfold in perfect timing. Because this is not just about exposure, it is about your evolution. Your authority is rising. Your spiritual vibration is ascending. And as you walk into this new season, everything that once tried to hold you back will now serve as proof of your resilience. Heaven has prepared this moment for you, and nothing, no one, no betrayal, no delay can change the path that God has ordained. Child, remember this: heartbreak, this news, this revelation, it is not the end. It is the catalyst for the most powerful season of your life. The truth will arrive. The exposure will happen. And you will stand firmly, unshaken, elevated, and unstoppable. Your enemies' schemes will collapse under the weight of divine justice. Your blessings will flow without obstruction. Your authority will be undeniable. And the next chapter of your life, the one you have been preparing for silently, patiently, and faithfully, will begin in full radiant force. Child, do not be afraid of the weight you feel in your chest right now. That heaviness is not a burden, it is the sign that transformation is imminent. Every tear you shed, every sleepless night, every moment of doubt has been noted in heaven. Every injustice, every slight, every hidden word spoken behind your back is being counted, measured, and turned into a ladder to lift you higher. The same person who thought they could manipulate your heart, your mind, your future, they have no idea that God is already rewriting the script. Their exposure will come not through your anger, not through confrontation, but through the undeniable alignment of heaven. Soon what you hear will validate every gut feeling, every intuition, every quiet whisper that told you something wasn't right. The revelation will feel like lightning, sudden and bright, but child, it is a necessary illumination. For too long you carried their lies in your chest, believing them, questioning your worth. And now heaven says, enough. The chains are snapping. The fog is lifting. You are being restored in clarity, in authority, in the understanding that you were never the problem, and the one who caused harm will now be known for what they truly are. And yes, it may sting. That shock of recognition, that moment when you finally see the truth, may bring a flash of anger or disappointment. But do not let it shake your faith. Do not let it darken the brilliance of your spirit. Because this is not destruction, it is preparation. The heartbreak is not the enemy, it is the door through which your miracle will step. The heartbreak clears what was never meant for you, removes the weight that blocked your rise, and opens the pathway for divine favor, clarity, and peace that will never be threatened again. God is turning the tables. What they tried to steal, manipulate, or hide from you will return multiplied. Your energy, your peace, your confidence, your reputation, and even your time, everything will be restored with interest. And in that restoration, child, you will realize something powerful: you were never alone. You were never abandoned. Every moment of waiting, every second of confusion, every hidden pain was part of a divine orchestration to bring you exactly where you are now, poised for elevation, prepared for breakthrough, ready for the fullness of your destiny. Even the people who doubted you, who tried to diminish your light, who whispered behind your back, they will witness your rise, but it won't be for revenge. It will be a testament to God's protection, His justice, and His power. The exposure will serve as confirmation that nothing can touch what heaven has secured. Your peace is untouchable. Your blessings are untouchable. Your future is untouchable. The finality of this revelation will cleanse every room, every space, every part of your heart that has been compromised by doubt or deceit. And in that cleansing the miracle arrives. Your miracle is not dependent on anyone else's recognition, their apology, or their understanding. It depends on your readiness to receive, your willingness to walk forward without old weights, your ability to trust heaven's timing and God's perfection. That moment is coming. That message, that confirmation, that encounter that leaves no room for doubt, it is imminent. And when it happens, you will step into it with authority, with joy, and with the understanding that this is your rise. Not just recovery, not just restoration, but elevation. Divine, unshakable, unstoppable elevation. So hold fast, my child. Keep your heart open, your mind focused, your spirit aligned. Do not fear the revelation, do not resist the change, and do not shrink back into old ways of surviving. What you are experiencing now is the final setup. What is about to unfold is your unveiling. The pain, the heartbreak, the betrayal, they were never the end. They were always the beginning of your rise. Stand tall, stand ready, and watch heaven move on your behalf. Every hidden word will be revealed. Every truth will surface. Every blessing will arrive. Your table is being set. The seats around you will be holy. The opportunities, the connections, the joy and the favor, they will all bear your name. No more settling. No more compromise. No more shrinking. You are chosen, you are seen, and you are protected. The climax of your pain is the birth of your power. And nothing, no lie, no betrayal, no manipulation can undo what God has ordained for you. Amen.